smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mixing, transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let you stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing. Or she's flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Welcome back to the perfect match. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of January. January's flying by, actually. And the day before, Tottenham faced Hoffenheim in the Europa League. Just want to say before I say hello to anyone, including Jimbo, thank you to everyone that comes in every day and just comes in, smashes a light as a chat and comes and supports the channel. It really means the world to me and Jimbo. And yeah, I just wanted to get that in and say thank you. But Jimbo, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good, thank you.
Good, good, good. We have put the members link in the community section of the channel. If you would like to come on, all we ask is that you have your camera on in the back. You're very kind and polite and courteous to everyone on screen, and that you come in with something to say. Because, you know, it's no point you coming here and just participating in a seance. We want to hear your opinion.
Sometimes the seance might be better, Kate.
Yeah, that's true. Spurs GCT TV coming straight in with a membership of 11 months. So smash a like, everyone, for this wonderful couple. Big up, Graham. Always a massive supporter. Thank you, darling. Good to see you. The football club's here. Nick's here saying catchy intro tune. Big up, Nick. That's me. Afternoon, Paul G. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Graham again saying, all right, my lovelies, just popping in to say hi and smashing a like. Have a great show. Thank you very much. Every like really does help, so appreciate that. Thank you. Afternoon, Fiona and her beautiful cat. Hope you're well. Mike Pepper's here. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you. Johnny Bethnal Green, big up to you. Says, afternoon, everyone. Good day, Jim and Kate, two of our finest. Very kind of you to say so. Make sure you go over and subscribe to Johnny Bethnal Green. He's got a new channel. Just the ponderings of Johnny. I think that's what it should have been called. David Shear is here saying, just dropping in, say good day, everyone. Love you all. Big up, David. I hope you're all right. Sending you a big kiss. And you know where we are if you need us. But I hope you're doing okay. James Bond's in the house saying, Kate, told you where your club was going. Keep watching Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. Big up, Jimbo. What? Keep watching Arsenal come second. Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Big up, Scott Colliver. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Elliot Vegas. Lovely to see you. One of Chang's friends or followers says, big up crew. Watching from a hotel room in Michigan. Come on, you Spurs. Lovely. Enjoy. I've never been to America. So, yeah, I can only imagine what it's like. Hello, Harmless Potato. Good to see you. David Shear says, been feeling yourself lately, Jimbo?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
There you go.
Thanks, David.
I think he might have meant feeling, as in feeling yourself. I don't know what he meant, but there you go. Smithy's here. Big up, Smithy. We love you. Good to see you, my darling. We will try and give you a call over the weekend because it's been far too long. Johnny says, hold on, Kate. I've got Jimmy Greaves coming through on the old Spirit line. He says it's a funny old game. Can you ask him if he can get his boots on, please? We need as much help as we can get. Our favourite Irishman, Paddy Hartnett, is in the house saying, afternoon, you wonderful people and everyone in the chat. Hope ye are well. Jim, are we still doing the treble?
Yeah, of course we are. All the cups are on. Why not? We're in them all, so we can win them all.
I suppose so. How rude for work to take you away from us watching, from you watching us, Graham. It's outrageous. Johnny says 15th, Kate. Big up. Have a great day. Is all I can say to that. A big fat big up to Marlon. Says Jimbo, stop helping Kate. I need to catch up. This is the Premier League Predictions League thing with Dave the Irish Hotspur, I assume. Jimbo doesn't help me. If I listen to Jim, I'd be bottom because he says 4-0 to Spurs every single game.
I watched that this morning.
I watched it as well.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm in the lead is because I'm the only savage one who doesn't mind saying I think we're going to lose.
Yeah, it's probably what's got you to the top, Spurs.
It is. It's like I said we'd lose against Everton. I think I was the only one, so I got an extra point. I'd rather be wrong, but I'm not going to listen to Jim because he ain't got a ditch. But Marlon, always lovely to see you, my love.
Yeah, lovely Marlon.
Lovely Marlon. We must get Marlon on one of these days. We're going to start doing an evening show, I think, because people like Marlon work during the day and I can't have him on. So I think we might start an evening show. I'm not sure what we call it or when it'll be, but keep your eyes peeled. Big up Joey Barton says, I can't believe they've not sacked the chump yet. I must admit, it's a little bit puzzling, Jimbo. You thought it would be.
Oh, I thought he was talking about you, me sacking you. Oh, sorry. Was he talking about Ange? Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. We did think it would be done by now, Jimbo, but do you think I'm right in thinking they're going to give him the second leg at Liverpool?
I think if we lose tomorrow, I'm not sure. Tomorrow and Saturday, if we won't lose Saturday, I'm sure of that. But if we lose tomorrow, I think look, the way we got to look at it, right, is you can't keep losing and you're going to get the sack sooner or later.
Yeah.
So he's on thin ice. I think the ice is cracked. So I think that next
it's
loss
got to be soon, surely.
Well, I think I'm thinking to myself, the next loss he's going to get sacked, right? Unless he goes on, we win tomorrow, we win Saturday, and he goes on a 3 or 4 win run.
Yeah,
and he might get a bit of time, but I'm looking at it. If you're Ange in, Ange out, or if you're whatever you are, it doesn't matter, right? What is in front of your eyes is in front of your eyes, and I just think the next loss is gone. That's what I'm thinking.
Good afternoon. Shemtan says, Princess Kate to Jimbo, hope you're well. Hope your mum is well too, Shem. But lovely to see you. Beyond 72 says, yes, 15th, but we're winning at life. Indeed, we are. Smithy says, James, is the news true that Arsenal fans have been banned from owning dogs as they can't keep hold of a lead? Joey saying, Jim, we all know you're proper punching.
I knew that. I knew that the day I met her, but my charm won her around.
Spurs GZTV Graham says, evening show would be great in bed with Kate and Jimbo. We'd have to do it in bed, though. And if we did do it in bed, I would probably fall asleep because once I get in my bed, I find it very hard to concentrate on anything.
You know that we go to bed, right? We go to bed and we put something on the telly. and I turn around and there she is, gone in the land of Nod.
I can't help it. Mike says, what do you think a judge would say if Ange was up for fraud with all the evidence before him? Guilty on all counts, take him down. Yeah, you know what? Quite possibly. Look, I was thinking about this today when I was drying my hair, and I was thinking I'm now more Ange out, obviously. I don't want him at the club. But none of us know if we're right. Like, I can't say I'm Ange out and I'm right, because he could turn it round and we could win 3 cups. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But we still don't know for 100% sure, because we are still in 3 cups. What was you going to say, Jim?
Yeah, of course, you're right, Kate. You're right. I mean, look, it doesn't matter if you're Ange in or Ange out. What will be, will be. You know, it's out of our hands. We haven't got the power, right? So it's for me, it's just back what's in front of you. And I'm a Tottenham supporter and I love Tottenham. And if there's people at the club I don't like, I still back my club. There's people at the club Ben doesn't like, but he still goes and watches Tottenham, right? Nick, there's people at the club Nick don't like, he still goes and watches Tottenham, you know. And but that's because we support the club. So if he's there, I'm not gonna. I'm going to support him because he's part of the club. When he's gone, charm or reasonable size knob. He's part of the club until they sack him. But I said this before: when they sack him, I won't lose any sleep. You know, but he's there, and we haven't got the power to change it. So screaming and shouting and crying ain't going to make a blind bit of difference. So there's no point.
Yeah, and Nap's got a good point. How correct were we about Nuno? Look what he's doing now. He's absolutely flying high. But is it because he's working within a better club structure, or, you know, what is it?
I actually never wanted Nuno sacked, if you remember, Kate.
No, neither of us did. I was over the moon when we got Nuno, but this was long before the likes of YouTube. But
if you look at what Nuno did at Wolves, was actually a small miracle with what he had there. He done absolutely fantastic there, and they just didn't give him long enough. But that's the nature of football. This is what I'm saying to you now about Ange. I'm still sitting here thinking, why haven't they sacked him? Right? Because Levy doesn't give people time like he's giving Ange, and it doesn't make sense to me. But at the end of the day, he's still here, so that's it. We're stuck with him, and so let's just crack on and get behind him.
Yeah, I think Dermot Ron has a good point here and says, I don't think Ange is a fraud. He's just out of his depth.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard won the Scottish Prem, but didn't last a year at Villa.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's absolutely spot on.
Spot on. Yeah, it's spot on. I mean, I've been a big Ange advocate, and I like Ange, and I think as a person, he seems a really decent guy. But I am beginning to think he's out of his depth. But look, we'll see over the coming weeks if he can turn it around, and if he can't, he'll be gone.
I made the mistake.
They're going to bring in Kate. Who are they going to bring in?
I made the mistake yesterday of confessing that I, in the year 2000, was on the weakest link and happened to share it with the group. So this is what Ben is referring to, by the way. And no, I didn't win. I made it to the final 4. Big up, Side Dance. Good to see you. AJ's here. Big up, AJ. How you doing?
AJ. Yeah, I'm good. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
No, it's a bit.
It's a bit crinkly, crackly, whatever.
I'm on my phone in the middle of a field, so well,
are you I'm in my
well, not the way you like it, girl. No.
No, Kate. I wouldn't start talking about dogging if I was you. Otherwise, I might have to let out a few secrets.
AJ, how are you, and how are you feeling about Spurs at the minute?
Well, luckily I've been quite far removed from all things football. I've had a lot going on, so I haven't really been giving it my full attention. And to be honest, I feel better for it. The matches are still shit when you watch them and you're not getting the results that you want. And the performances are below par. I mean, it sucks and it's not good, and something needs to change. Something needs to happen. But it is only football, and I must say, the benefits that I feel from not being around the poison that certain people spew and spout, and the vile rhetoric that keeps getting pumped out, even when you then agree with someone and go, actually, yeah, on the basis of the evidence I've seen, I think maybe it's time for the manager to go. Oh, yeah. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Agreeing isn't good enough anymore. Well, you can't agree with me. You can't say that you think the manager should go, because guess what? You didn't say it first, because
Yeah.
apparently we're all void of our own independent thought. Apparently, viewing something, witnessing something, and basing your decision on the information you've seen over time is not the correct or mature way to do things. What is the correct way to do things is ranting and raving on the screen about how everything's terrible for the past 10, 11 months. And then when something happens and people go, actually, all right, mate, we think you've got a point. No, 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 no. I'm calling you all out. Don't agree with me. Too late for grow up. And people need to get a fucking reality check. I'm sorry for swearing. I've done what Jim's done.
Let's move on from that.
I just wanted to come on and just,
It's too much airtime.
no. That's why I'm not naming names, but we all know. I just wanted to say that I love you all, except for Nicholas. No, Nicholas, don't pull that face. It was only a joke. I love you. All right.
No, you're not. You said it now. You're not worthy of my love. So,
Oh. Minimal.
Even after I dropped the L bomb.
no, mate, I'm not interested in you now. I came on. I didn't know what was going on, and yeah, I'll just whatever you need. To say. Just outrageous that you came on ranting. It's just outrageous. How dare you? I ranted first, so you're not allowed to rant first because I ranted first. And I'm going to say this now to all the people in the chat and all the people that are going to clip it. The next manager of Tottenham Hotspur is not going to be good enough. And on this day, the 22nd of January, I was right. I was the first one that was right. No one else is allowed to be right because I was right and I said it first. So, to all of you.
I've clipped it. That's it. I've clipped it. Minerals, I've just got to say, there ain't no apologies coming. I just choose to give people
for what?
For suddenly being Ange out. Who am I going to apologise to? The ones that said it first. I'd rather just be... Bye, AJ. I'd rather just make my own mind up and not just listen to everybody else.
I don't understand why we've got to apologise if you were Ange out.
I've no idea.
You're in the woods. You're away from Starbucks, Kate, you are.
Explain yourself.
From Starbucks. You and your brown envelopes. You and Terry twerking for Arsenal. You know. You and your brown envelopes.
I want Mineral to explain himself. Why if someone...
Basically, Jim, because you backed Ange, you have to apologise because now you got it wrong. That's what
I'm not Ange out yet. I'm not. I haven't said Ange out at all. Not once.
Really?
No, really? I haven't said it once. Not once have I said it. You can watch any clip that I've been on. I've not said it once.
Are you Ange out then?
No. I look.
That was the quickest flip flop I've ever seen, Jimbo. No.
No, I said right. If he's here, I'm going to back him because he's our manager. And if he goes, I won't lose any sleep. But I'm not going to sit here screaming, sack him, sack him, sack him. Because it don't make no difference if I do or I don't. So,
yeah, and also Emerson, and also Philly, don't make out that I didn't see that comment about Emerson Royal, mate. I see it all. He left as a loser at this football club. He has come back a winner. Yeah,
so like everyone that leaves.
So if he goes to Galatasaray, he will probably score the winner against Spurs if we get to the final of the Europa League. If he goes to Fulham, we're playing Fulham away. If he's there, oh my God, I'm getting a ticket. I don't care what happens there. Fulham, I'll be there. I'll be twerking for Emerson. I don't give two monkeys what shirt I'm wearing. It's still going to be white. It's going to have Emerson's name on it. I'm going to get my Milan Emerson Royal shirt tomorrow. Life is good, man. Life is good.
You're absolutely shameless, Nick.
I'm going to wear it tomorrow on the watch along. I'm wearing the shirt tomorrow on the watch along. The Emerson Royal Milan shirt. I'm wearing it.
I'm going to say hello to Bobby and Colum because we missed it. Colum, is it Colum or Colum? Who was it?
Sorry, I am there. I'm just trying to find my
my God, what's happened to this show? I speak, everyone walks away.
Sorry, I needed to get a tissue because I need to do that.
I had to let the cats out because they were fighting. So
big up to you, Bobby K. It seems that we fans consider the manager, the player, and the board as outsiders. We are always dubious about anyone that does not meet our immediate expectations and want them out. Well, I think giving him 18 months is quite long enough myself, but I do at the same time, I can hear myself 18 months ago saying, when this guy comes in, we've got to give him as much time as it takes and not be Ange out. And then I'm sitting here being Ange out. But I think it's because we're so bad at the minute and we don't look like we're getting any better. And I think that's what the problem is for me. Big up Drew Lala. Hope you're well. Big up Winketic. Hope you're well. No
Apparently,
points.
Winketic's an Arsenal fan now. He doesn't support Spurs.
It's
It's a rumour that I heard. I'm just stirring. I'm just stirring the pot now. I'm just stirring the pot because
how many people on here were Nuno out?
I know you like to troll me, Cam. I've seen you comment under videos that I'm on saying that I change my mind like the weather and this, that, and the other.
She changes her mind like her knickers once every 6 months.
That's what football's about, changing your mind when things change. You can't you can't just stick to the same plan. If something goes wrong, you're entitled. People are allowed to change their mind.
Intelligent people change their minds with more information when more information is available. There you go.
I was never Nuno out though, just so you know. I wasn't Nuno out.
Oh well, when did you say it? I want video proof. I want receipts. I want mud. I want.
That was long before the days I decided to come onto YouTube when I was more sane, I think.
No, you weren't. Don't try and make out you were ever sane, Kate. You married Jimbo.
Saner. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Barry, what are we saying now? 7 unbeaten. Where's Wickham?
Oh, look, Smithy.
Did they lose 3-1 the other day?
Huh?
Didn't Oxford lose 3-1?
Oxford are unbeaten in 7. They have climbed to the mighty heights of. I think they're going to be all right if they carry on. They sacked. I mean, I don't want to say it. They sacked their manager and then they went on a bit of a winning run. I'm just kind of saying it does work normally. They're now 14th and they were 21st. So they are 9 points clear of the drop zone. They've won 4 out of the last 6 and unbeaten in 7. So I will give the flowers to Oxford. Wickham sacked their manager, or he left to go to Luton, but they're still second in League One. So we still have the chance of the M40 derby at the 3 Stand Stadium.
Where's Oxford in the league?
14th now, Jimbo, in the Championship.
Okay.
So
the last time I saw one of their results, they lost 3-1.
Yeah. They've been getting battered, let's just say. But yeah, Oxford. But isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that Oxford sack their manager and get rid of Dane Scarlett, and then now all of a sudden they're flying out the table? I'm just saying.
Minerals. No one's cooked me, but I very much doubt
minerals. Whoa, hang on. You get things wrong. Everyone gets things wrong, Minerals.
Exactly.
Not everyone is right about everything 100% of the time, because if we were right, we wouldn't be here. We'd have won the lottery because we could predict the lottery numbers every single week. So no one's got cooked. So don't come in here saying people are getting cooked.
Stirring the pot.
I will go and cook some people if that's what we want to do. Don't you worry. Barry's little bag of tricks under here. Barry's got receipts, and Barry will go on a cooking spree. Yeah. So don't. Let's all be nice. Let's all be kind. We don't do this here. If you want to do this, you know where to go. As in not as in go, as in F off, as in you know where to go and do this type of thing.
Vindaloo's nobody telling us he's not the guy. You got to tell Levy because he's the one who hires and fires.
No, he said, Vindaloo said, for the record, Kate and I did say a long time ago that he's not the guy. He's sticking up to me.
Stop this. I said my ex-wife was a massive, but, you know, I turned out to be right in the end. So come on, let's not do this, people. Let's not do who said it first, who was right, who was wrong, who was the other thing. We all support Tottenham Hotspur. We're all in pain. We're all we're used to this pain, and we need to just, try and get through it together. What will be, like my little song earlier, what will be will be. We're not going to Wembley because
who was that last one, Kate?
No, Daniel Coyes, but on loan to Liverpool. What's
he saying?
I think all Spurs fans have been told to want this fraud gone. This isn't 1998 and Christian Gross times. Seriously, some Spurs fan standards are in that effing gutter. He has spoken.
Daniel. The lucky thing for me is you're on loan at Liverpool. You don't have to live with my wife, who is a Liverpool supporter.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've got to say, Nick, your little song this morning showed just what a nice voice you've got. Very nice singing
Because
voice.
I got a cold. It has to be it has to be a certain pitch. It has to be a certain range. It can't be like all high or down low. I mean, I was surprised myself, if I'm honest. So
there you go. I thought it was lovely. So yeah, very nice.
Well, thank you.
Afternoon, Stevie D. Mwah. And hello to every other clairvoyant in the chat. Big up, Scott. Good to see you. Nothing but love, Nick, as always, friend. Oh, friend.
Yeah, you won't say no. Hang on.
There's another heart's coming out.
Hang on. I those hearts come back. You don't come in comments, Philly, and then say it's all love, mate. Come on. You secretly, all of you people that hate Emerson Royal, secretly, there's a little bit, even if it's 1%, that you love him because he's just funny. We haven't look since Emerson Royal's gone from the club. I've have to end up doing stupid things like dying on Squid Games and having memes created about me and have videos created about me because we don't have it from Emerson Royal. So we're just trying to give people what they want.
We was. Oh, look at him.
Look, he's just been listening to Nick talk about Emerson Royal and he's fell asleep.
Well, look, that's fine, Kate, because it's soothing him. Obviously, he doesn't want to listen to his. Obviously, he doesn't want to listen to his mother. His mother's got like a cranky voice like you, probably. That's why he don't go to sleep.
We was watching a program last night, Nick, right? And it's about a paranormal activity that happens around the world, right? And there was this shop with all paranormal stuff in it, and there was a doll in there that was possessed, right? And this doll just moved and fell over on its face. And I went, "Oh, there's Nick."
Yeah, it did. It just literally fell over. He went, "It's Nick."
Christ Almighty, we can't be going into shops like that, man. That's crazy. Stick to the dogging shops and the sex shops. They're better for you than the paranormal shops.
Joey Barton, this is so very true. I must admit, when me and Amelia went to the Blue Water, she wanted to go in Anne Summers, but I felt a bit weird going in there with her because she's my little niece. So I quickly walked past it. But yeah, we stick to them shops, Jimbo.
Yeah, Amelia, stay out of those shops, please. Yeah. We don't want to think of you. We don't want to think of you in those shops. We don't want to think. I know you're 21, and we know you know things.
21.
She's 19.
She's 19. Right, 19 then. She's 19. We know you know things. We know you do things, but we don't want to see these things, and we don't want to hear about these things.
She doesn't know things, and she doesn't do things.
Jimbo, trust me, she's 19, mate. She ain't fucking 12, is she? And even 12, some 12-year-olds know stuff like this, yeah. So come on, Jimbo. Let's not pretend. I know you're upset, and that's your niece, but seriously, Amelia. This is a message for you and everyone and my daughters. I don't want to hear about your boyfriends at school. I don't want to hear about kissing. I don't want to hear about all those things because it's upsetting. Yeah? You want to do that? Do that on your own time. Do not involve me. Do not involve Auntie Kate or Uncle Jimbo in any of this escapades. We're not having any of it, please.
Escapades.
Yes. Getting drunk, kissing boys, going to Anne Summers. Banned.
Dog.
Finished.
Do you know what? I'm going to clip that and send it to her. She think that's absolutely hilarious. Big up Moondog says, big up, any signings yet, and has the fraud gone? No, and no are the answers to that. But thanks for the super chat.
No, but there's one coming back that's back in training. Was back in training, talking of frauds.
Yeah, Romero's back in training, right? And also Bentancur, I believe, is back in training. And Dragushin is back in training. Well, I didn't know Debussy was out of training, but
well, I guess he probably had to.
Yeah, his leg, didn't he, the other day?
No, didn't he get a bang on the head?
He cut his eye, but why has he hurt his leg? What was he hurting his leg?
His leg was all stiff. They said that's why he come off.
You sure it was his leg?
Maybe the middle one.
Bobby
Joey says, no way is that dartboard the right height. Is the ball 5'8" from the floor? It may be just the angle. I can see it.
It's at official PDC height, Joey. It's maybe the angle. It is at the right height. I thought it was too high as well.
Chris.
Big up Chris Agenbar. Lovely to see. And saying all exes are a bunch of shit. Mineral says, Kate, Ange is a bum. Who was worse, one day Ramos or Ange? Well, Ramos won us a trophy, so can't have anything said against old Ramos at the minute, but Ange still might. You never know. Matt Barden
Christian
said,
Gross was worse than both of them.
well, not statistically.
Not according to the stats that no one ever gave two hoots about, apart from the last 5 years. Everyone used their eyes. They even the first thing they talk about. Oh, did you see the XG on Dominic Calvert-Lewin before he scored against Spurs? What a load of nonsense! No, I saw him score no goals in no games. I didn't talk about the XG. But there you go.
Matt, I completely agree. I think a fraud is a terrible word, and I don't like disrespecting him at all. I put it as the title because so many people are calling him that name. We've always said you can't have a career like Ange's being a fraud. I just think he's out of his depth in the Premier League. Big up Wayne. Big up, get that fraud Arteta out of my club.
Speaking of frauds, now he's a fraud. Speaking of frauds, where's Angus? Angus, where are you, mate?
I don't think Angus likes me anymore, so I don't think he'd be in here. He got a bit leery yesterday. I don't know why. We'll do the team predictions in a bit, but he got really leery with me and then told me to keep his name out of my mouth. So I don't expect to see Angus at the minute, unless he's on his period, of course. Big up, Lisa.
Guys, can I just say there is on a serious note, there is a missing person alert out. Last seen on the 5th of January, 2025 in Prague. For any information that can help us to find his whereabouts, please contact Tottenham Hotspur. And that is Johan Lang. Where are you? Are you safe? Are you gone missing? Where are you? Because we haven't seen you since January the 5th, mate. So
Bobby asked her, threesome or foursome? And she's never going to answer that question, Bobby. So shut up.
Yeah, I've banned her from answering it, Bobby. Big
up, Dan. Good to see you. Derbytron, Emerson Royal is to Spurs what Kirk is to Coronation Street. Vindaloo with the super chat. Thank you very much. Saying towards the parade bus going down. A shitty super chat, but I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm shameless. I'm not going to refund you because that'll go towards getting me a bottle of AU vodka to drown my sorrows.
I do like Vindaloo.
Lisa says, I hope Angie's smart with Van der Ven when he comes back. Maybe limit his minutes because Mickey only knows full-on speed. He has to also learn to control the speed he has and use it wisely, in my opinion. Yes, I agree. Yes.
We cannot bring... If Van der Ven comes back not even 110% ready, he gets one more hamstring and he's finished.
Yep, I agree. My Solanke bet is looking safe. That's all I'm saying, says Joey Bart.
Of course it's not.
What are we at with now on the bet? Where are we at with it?
Is he at 11, Solanke?
He's I think more, isn't he? Let me have a
look. What was the bet, Joey?
I'll tell you.
That he wouldn't get to 15
goals.
Yeah, this season. In all competitions.
Oh, in all competitions? Well, that's a silly bet. He's going to get to 15 in all competitions. Unless he doesn't come back until April. And then...
He's on
11, isn't it?
7, 10, 12, according to
12.
Me.
Okay.
According to me, did you say, Jimbo?
Yeah,
he's
what I've got written down. I'll tell you what I've got written down, right? I've got... hang on. That's my passwords. He's got 7 Premier League goals, 2 European goals, and 3 cup goals.
There you go. Chucking another one, we can have a double decker. Oh, I love double deckers. But I'm so behind in the chat. It's outrageous. Anyone in the chat who still wants Ange here, give me reasons why, other than the usual rinse and repeat.
Daniel, you sound very angry, mate. It's only football.
It does. You're angrier.
Don't get angry.
Daniel Coy's on loan to Liverpool.
Come on, Daniel, mate. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, mate.
If they're paying...
they're not paying anything. They ain't paying anything, Johnny. They ain't paying anything.
This is a very hard name to say when you can't say your R's, but Bron Brecker or Breaker Says, hi, Kate and Jim. Have a blessed rest of the week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone who watches that Weakest Link as well will see that I can't say my answer because one of the answers was prawn. 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 Mario says, afternoon, all question for the panel. Would you take winning all 3 trophies and getting relegated?
No. I wouldn't even think about it. No.
Yes, I would because it'd be funny.
It would not be funny.
It would be funny. How funny would it be? The only club ever to win all 3 trophies and get relegated. Surely that would be funny. No.
No, because the scariest thing is, I think if we got relegated, we wouldn't get straight back up.
No, Kate. Because you know what? If we do get all our players back by that time, we'll probably finish in the top 4, which means we can put a playoff push for the playoffs and come up that way, couldn't we?
True, that is true. We're lucky if he plays again this season with our medical staff.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Solanke doesn't play again and Jimbo's like, and also I don't know what's worse, him not playing more or that pigeon. You know when you go to Trafalgar Square and you see those annoying little pigeons. That's what Richarlison is. He's an annoying little pigeon in Trafalgar Square. That's what he is.
Oh,
that'd be a shit way to lose the bet.
We watched last night. We watched the new Nosferatu, whatever it's called, the vampire film, and in it, a guy bites the head off a pigeon. And I said to Jim, Paul Richardson, I couldn't stop thinking about it. But to be fair to Richie, as someone who's definitely not his biggest fan, I thought he done well the other day when he come on. Thought he did well.
Well, he scored. That's what he's paid to do.
Yeah, so long as we're not relegated, I'm not piping up about Ange out. If Levy's happy taking a hit and we're not winning the league, I don't see why not keep him. I don't want Conference League, and I predicted 9th. So I predicted 7th.
It's completely out of our hands, isn't it? So what's the point of crying either way? Don't make a difference, does it?
No. Nick, what do you think of this question? Do you think the popularity of Ange is keeping him in a job? Because normally Levy would have pulled the trigger.
No, I don't think so. I don't. Look, I think when you go to the games, I don't think there's any of this Ange hate, Ange is a fraud, Ange is any of this. A lot of people in the stadium are backing him, and I think there's obviously there's a lot of people online and social media and everything else that are obviously going really like really kind of heavy and piling in on him. I think you've seen what you've seen, and you saw at Everton and you saw at some games, is that the anger is towards Levy. So I think it's I don't think normally we all agree the manager would have been gone. We saw it, but I don't really know what's going on unless.
Do you think the 12 million compensation is going to have something to do with it? Because that's what he's going to have to pay him.
Well, I don't know.
When you think of it, it's the leg of a footballer, isn't it?
I mean, I think, look, in terms of where we finish, that obviously for Levy, it's Europe, and while we still can qualify in terms of the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup or the Europa League, then that's still on. Obviously, we all know that. Arsenal fans created top 4 being a trophy, so we all know that is the be all and end all. So look, I just don't think there's the same like feeling on a match day towards Ange that there is kind of, and I don't know why, because like you said, it's like we walk down the high road and there's like a force field or something that just changes everyone's opinions. Because I'm sitting there going, oh, so what do you think? Oh, and yes, you can use it as excuses in terms of the injuries and stuff like that. But talking to other Spurs fans, there's not really the anger towards the manager, which again is a little bit strange from what we've seen in the past, right? So
yeah, I hear you. It's an interesting situation. Interesting interview with Anton McKellon, who was the fitness coach under Ange at Celtic and also Poch at Spurs. Worth a read. Some interesting stuff. Oh, okay. Drula says she could see Amelia in me watching that clip. Someone else said that. Was it you, Nick, that said that? Someone else said that. I don't know who it was.
No, I haven't watched the clip, so how can I say it?
Well, someone Anthony, I can't remember. Imagine £1,200 season ticket for the championship. It's okay, Auntie Kate. Barry doesn't know a good Brazilian footballer when he sees
hang on,
one.
Smithy. What's Richarlison won this year, mate?
Touche.
What's Richarlison won this year? Have you seen Richie giving it one of these? No. I've seen my boy do it.
That's so crazy.
Nick, did you win that trophy playing your daughters at darts?
No, that's my pool. That's my pool trophy. I've got about 15 of them.
What, cleaning swimming pools?
No, playing pool.
Oh, playing pool. Oh, okay, I wasn't
Cleaning
sure.
swimming pools.
Big up, Leo. He's just become a YouTube member again. Thank you, darling.
I thought he was a member.
He was, and then he wasn't, then he was. He has trouble sometimes renewing. I don't know why, but sometimes YouTube's stupid.
Thank you,
But I
Leo.
appreciate that, Leo. You didn't have to do that, but appreciate it. QPR Millwall next year, though, guys. Miss Bunny
Wickham and Oxford as well. So actually, it'd be quite good for me and Smithy because we won't have to go as far to go and watch Tottenham play.
I'm watching that. I'm looking at that picture on your profile. It's Freddy Krueger, the guy from Halloween or something.
Mike Myers, yeah.
And Candyman, is it? And what's the grave? Does the grave say Candyman? I can't see it.
The grave is Candyman, Kate. It's Freddy
who's
Krueger,
the guy on the
Michael
left?
Myers, and
I think it's me.
I thought that was Candyman on the left. Well, you have to let us know, Miss Bunny.
I can't think.
Do you think people back Ange blindly because they hate Levy?
Potentially, yeah.
Possibly. But yeah, you have to sack him or back him. I agree. If we're not winning, I frankly don't see why not just keep trying. It's obvious we're not getting signings. We just want, and we just keep going instead of feeling like we deserve top four when we've not got a squad. We've got Dave Scarlett coming back. Woo!
Is he coming back, or someone said he was going out on loan again?
Yeah, that's what I read. I read that.
Yeah,
I read that they're bringing him back to loan him out to someone else.
Yeah, which is weird. I'm guessing it must be a Premier League team. Maybe Arsenal. They need a striker. You could be one of the most high-scoring Premier League teams to go this season and still go down. At least you have something to boast about when you get there. There's no way in this world we're going down. It can't sack him for the second leg. Otherwise, Levy will be demonised again for sacking a manager before a potential final. Lose that and he's gone. Okay. Not the popularity. He's an CAA-based manager. He's deeply embedded in the system and 100% loyal. He takes all the shots. Levy can't get rid of the fall guy too soon. Yeah, that's a good point. A user says, I agree, Ange is stubborn and will not change his ways. That is not helping the situation, as you can see. We know Levy's the problem, but if we remove Ange, what does that fix with no signings? Well, exactly. I mean, I don't want them to buy players for Ange if they're going to sack him, but
it's not just sacking him, Kate. It's just you've got to have a plan behind the sacking.
Exactly.
You can't just sack him and then put Mason in charge again. He's got to have a plan. Maybe he's working on a plan to get rid of him and get someone in. I don't know. But what's he going to do? Just sack him and then have no one there again? It didn't work last time. It won't work this time.
I thought it was quite bizarre that there was news that we're talking to Allegri. I don't know where that's come from, but that was quite bizarre that suddenly came out in the media. Luton Dan says, I hate how we play and the tactics are poor, but I'm not a manager and seeing training. And yeah, the negativity creates views for YouTube. But if Levy's happy, what can anyone do?
That's
exactly.
Right.
But, you know, it is what it is. Lumen, big up to you, sir. Richie's terrible, says Tequila. Big up John Stokes, said, I'd rather win a trophy than get fourth. I've had enough of Ange. Yeah, I completely agree. Bobby says 94 here and only 40 likes. Hit that like button for Jim. I know Kate and Squid Time can be overbearing, but at least show Jimbo some love. Oh, harsh. But yeah, do what Bobby says and smash a like, please. No more loans, please. We bottle a 2-0 lead, says Vindaloo. Sol Campbell's legacy says, I think Levy sees an ally in Ange. Let's face it, Ange ain't getting a bigger job after this, so why not toe the Levy line? Yeah, there is that. Leo says, I'm one of the people that's always struggled with joining memberships, as I would try on my iPhone, but laptop works. I love the perfect match. Bless you, Leo. We love you. always. And because you've become a member, and also Moondog, you're both in the draw to win the Benton Curb picture as well. I've just remembered. Looks like Jason. What's that say? Voorhees the Slasher. Big Three. What's that? I don't know what that is. Miss Bunny says Jason Voorhees, Michael, and Freddy Krueger, the guy who played Candyman, died. Who's Jason Voorhees?
Voorhees, the guy in the ski mask.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
So he died, did he? As Candyman died.
Must have done.
That's when he died. That's when he died.
Oh, the longer it goes on, the harder it is to single out Richie as a bad signing. Very true, Stevie.
And actually, Jimbo, I've got you. You were right. Tottenham aren't going to lose on Saturday because we're playing on Sunday. And no, I am not going on Sunday to Tottenham to watch Leicester.
Is it a 2:00 kickoff?
Yes.
I'm very tempted to do a watch along. I'm not going to lie, I've never done one before, but I'm tempted. But the trouble is, the stream might be a little bit laggy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do one. Big up, Corey boy. Good to see you. We're okay. How are you doing? I know you haven't been well. Hope you're better. Why did you look like that when I said I might do a watch along, Nick? You went. Everyone does them, don't they? They're hard.
I think you'd get in trouble because you'd be swearing, and Jimbo be going, "Come on, Kate! It doesn't matter that we're losing. There's still 52 minutes left. There's always a chance." And then it'll be like, "Okay, I know we're 3-0 down, but there's still 2 minutes of the game left." And then there'll be a picture of you punching Jim, pushing him down the stairs. It might actually be quite good. It'd probably be your most watched stream, if I'm honest.
I think actually what would be a more entertaining stream would be watching us watch Spurs, but you can't do it because of copyright, because of the sound. Like a Google Box or Gogglebox thing, whatever you call it.
Yeah, but Gogglebox don't have the sound.
I've never seen it.
No, Gogglebox doesn't have the sounds because what they do is they play the clip and then they comment on the clip. You don't hear it because obviously they're probably in the same boat. So I think you should set it up as watching it. Don't put the sound on the TV and just listen to your reactions. I think that would be better. Maybe
we'll do that. What do you reckon, Jimbo?
Whatever.
Can you cope without hearing it on the television? Look at his face. Look, he's puzzled.
Yeah, I don't know.
All I might do... Oh, I don't know. Let's just blown that idea out the way. Kate, Bournemouth have... Shut up.
Or you go down the stairs. Kate not only injures humans, if the RSP are watching, she doesn't throw animals down the stairs. Just to clarify that. If anyone's watching as well, don't clip it and say, "Oh, Kate kicks dogs down the stairs." We knew that she was a wrong one, or some nonsense behind there. Yeah, let's just to put that disclaimer out. Jimbo's the only one that goes down the stairs. No one else.
Do Bournemouth have a squad? Why are they sick? And some of our fans use excuses about the squad. Yeah, I know. Bournemouth got loads of injuries and they're still winning. I know, I hear you. Big up El Dante says, "Hey all, hope everyone's well. We are staying up. I say we are staying up. Come on, you Spurs." Jokes aside, you won't go down. Other teams below you are crap.
Mathematically, Vindaloo, until it's possible, I don't believe it. This is Tottenham Hotspur.
Mason in charge again, Comedy Gold.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way we're going down. The football gods are listening. I know they are, but no, it's not going to happen. We're not going down. If you had a laughing track to the Spurs game, it would really give you a different perspective. They said the Titanic was unsinkable. Never say never. Leicester 5-1 to beat us. I'm on it. But that's massive, really, considering the form we're in. How much money would Levy lose if we went down? No idea, but a lot. Soul Spurs legacy for that much. I wouldn't mind having a lead around my neck barking at Levy. Can't Levy afford to pay Ange out? Of course he can.
Well, I think it's 12 million. I worked out. That's what I think it is.
A user, thank you for the super chat, says people complain about Jose and Conte. Allegri, laugh out loud. Well, Ben said although Allegri's a dinosaur, he's a million times better than Ange, but I'm not sure about Allegri. But chances are it won't happen anyway. So Bournemouth's got a big squad full of players that fight for the club and the badge, and some of their players are at a different stage to ours. Pressures are different. Bournemouth have improved over time. I want a signed Nick Squid Game picture.
Well, unfortunately, you're not having one because you
Look,
you're working for Arsenal, Rinketic. So I'm sorry.
Let's just mention, Kate, that if any of the members want to come on now, they can.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, people.
Come on down.
If the price is right. They won't understand that. They're too young to understand it.
I know. Our game could be called off tomorrow due to a heavy forecast of snow. Oh. In
Germany? In Germany? Let me have a look. Let me have a look at that. Let me have a look at that and see if I can.
They don't get a lot of snow in Germany.
We're going to our weather correspondent shortly and get an update on the snow situation. But I know that there's heavy snow in New Orleans and Louisiana. Is that the one?
Well, that's good because we're playing nowhere near there, Kate. So your geography's terrible.
I know it's nowhere near there, but I was making a point that they don't normally get snow and they've got tons of the stuff.
So it says there is rain and snow. Yeah, in the Baden-Württemberg region of Germany tomorrow. Let me have a look. What can I hang on? No, I don't want to set that as my home weather because I'll be going, Jesus, the weather's wrong again.
You may well do, Leo. We all know that you're the lucky one who won the Legend King thingamajig. How many points taken off the bottom four clubs? Relegation still possible. Paddy, did someone mention copyright?
No one mentions it around you, mate. It says a little rain in the morning, otherwise low clouds. The chance of there's going to be 1.2 millimeters of rain, 1 hour of precipitation. The probability of precipitation is 58%, 98% cloud cover, and unsurprisingly, the max UV index is 0. So,
okay. Big up to Corey Boy, who's just become a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Again, another person, you and a user just gone in the draw for the Benton Kerr signed picture as well. Dan Coys, tell me before we sign Kinski and Bergvale, if you knew them, it's the mentality of the players and how they fight for each other. Yeah, this is true. Worst manager in my lifetime makes Sherwood look like a genius in some games, says Ben.
Eels back.
Yeah.
Let's all be Tiggers instead of Eels, shall we? That's the new line. That's the new catchphrase. Be more Tigger and less Eel.
Yes, I like it.
That wasn't aimed at you, Ben. That wasn't aimed at you.
Big up Kate Jimbo and guest. Nick, your guest. That's Nick Barrison. Emerson.
If he doesn't know who I am, then I'm not even going to acknowledge him.
Don't know, get to know.
Yeah.
It would be so Spursy if you won the League Cup and got relegated in the same season. No, of course it would. Squid Army. Yes. Where are we? Oh. I'd come on, but I'm. Oh, Joey. Any need? I better get back to.
Hang on. We can't just skip past that, Kate. We cannot. Joey, seriously, there are other things on the internet that you could be doing those things too, yeah? Me, Kate, and Jim, I'm seriously worried. Like, genuinely concerned for you. Kate, maybe, but for me, if you're looking at me and Jimbo and you can hear me speak now, then I'm a little bit worried, Joey, about what's going on. I'm genuinely.
Big up, Vindaloo. Thank you for the super chat and hope to see you soon. Come on, guys. Worked going down, but would going down really be that bad? At least we could see Spurs win the championship. I don't even think we'd win it. You want to know the truth? Was Leslie Crowther the Price is Right? Yes, he was. Big up, Nippon. Hope you're well. It's not snowing in Hoffenheim. I checked. Sorry, Jim. Can't show you my member right now. Back in bed. Hope you're all right, Bobby. I'm not even a grower or shower. some very random things coming out of Joey's mouth today.
Yeah.
Team just doesn't have a leader like Dave Mackay, Perriman, or Graham Roberts, says Paul Rowland. And we have the cough, aka Eeyore, in the house. Ben, how are you?
Boo! Everyone, boo!
Who turned out to be positive, by the way, because on Kate's video at the beginning of the season, I predicted we finish 4th. So actually, I was positive.
I predicted
I
it.
was
I
positive.
said it. It's the I said it crowd. He's come
Yeah,
on.
I said we'd be 4. I said we'd be 4.
Well, you're the problem then, aren't you, Ben? Because you should have known better.
Yeah, I should have. I
What
went.
is this? What is this? Jesus Christ.
I went with my heart. I should have done a Kate and voted for the strongest link and just got him out. I should have
Thanks,
done a Kate.
Linketic.
Should have done a Kate.
Come on then, Benji, bring us some cold, hard facts and figures and truths.
I don't really think I need to say anything. The results speak for itself. The continued injuries speaks for itself. When you have 9 hamstring injuries in a single season, that's not the medical team. Ashley, but she's not in the chat at the moment. But last year and the year before, I was banging on the drum. Sack the medical team, sack the medical team, sack the medical team. But not in the history of this club have we had an injury crisis this bad. And that's down to one man. That's down to one man's training methods. That's down to him having not the same backroom staff every club he goes to. This is a manager.
Sorry, is that the second super chat he's done?
It is, yeah.
Vindaloo, thank you.
Big up,
Thank you.
Vinders.
Go on, Ben, carry on.
This manager is a massive red flag. In terms of points per game, this is the worst manager in Tottenham's history in the Premier League. And if we continue this run of form, which is 1 win in 10 games, which is against the worst Premier League team in the history of the Premier League, like literally factually at this time, Southampton are the worst team in the history of the Premier League since Derby. They're worse than Derby at this point in the season. That was the only game we won in the last 10 games. If we continue this run of form, we will end up with more defeats than Terry Neal did in the season we got relegated. This manager is shite. He is awful. And there's a reason even the really positive crowd, that were desperate, they were desperate for this manager to work. They see it's not working. And we saw with the change of system against Everton, no one asked him to go to 3 at the back when he didn't have the players. They asked for him to go 3 at the back when we had the right defenders. He's panicking. The first game, we're like, finally, Ange, you're playing Archie Gray in midfield, somewhere we've asked him to play before. Nope. He played him at right centre-back, and then 5 minutes in the game, he changes to him going to right back and Porro going to right wing. The manager he's not a coach. He's awful. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time. And you can see he's panicking. He's panicking. And I, as someone that's on every single Levy Out protest, if there is a Levy Out protest, I'm there. I'm there. Every single Levy Out protest. Even I have to say, Daniel Levy has given him £390 million, which is more than he gave Conte. It's more than he gave Mourinho. It's more than he gave Poch in the last few years.
I've got a theory on something on this, Ben. You said you finished 4th, but you forgot to say 4th from bottom.
This manager's awful, and a lot better managers have been sacked for less. We're all bringing up Nuno now. Look how well.
What
Nuno's
about Santini?
doing.
Santini.
No, he was only there a month, Corey. He was only there a month.
I know he won us a cup and pissed
He was
off.
only there a month. It's time to change. Nuno wasn't even 15th. Nuno wasn't 15th. Yes, Nuno wasn't the right man for the job. He was a very average manager. And he had
even worse than Christian Ross.
he had the Harry Kane situation looming over his head. Ange is actually lucky he doesn't have a Harry Kane, because if Harry Kane was at this club, Ange would have been sacked by now. Harry Kane would be knocking on Levy's door, get this manager out. That's what I have to say. It's time this manager to go. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go
until the Liverpool game.
No,
he should have been sacked before that.
Because of the transfer window. Levy don't want to spend it. Levy won't spend any cash, so he won't go into the Liverpool game.
I'm honest with what Ben said the other day. If this manager gets sacked, the player should be lining up to sue this guy for gross negligence of their hamstrings.
Yep.
He's turned hamstrings into cheese strings and cheese strings into dust. So
Mickey van der Ven had one hamstring injury. He had one hamstring. He's been playing since he was 16. He's had one hamstring injury in his career, which with a thoroughbred like Mickey van der Ven, he's had 3 in a season. He's had 3 in a year. It's not acceptable. Not acceptable. When I'm not an expert on medical, I'm not a medical expert, but one of the things I do know is a comment. When you've had an 8-week injury like Mickey van der Ven had, the first thing you do is you play him 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 25 minutes here, and you build up that hamstring muscle. You don't say, "Oh no, he's playing 90 minutes now." You don't do that. You don't do it.
You don't do it against Chelsea either. You don't bring Van der Ven and Romero back. Then
you don't bring 2 players that haven't played for
Mickey
months
and Romero. You don't do it.
It's awful. It's awful. Time to go.
Wow, Vinketic, who is that person behind you? It's Mr. Squid Time. Yeah, but Vinketic, what are you feeling about Spurs at the minute? How are you feeling?
I left Spurs because of my coaching badges. I left Spurs, so I'm going neutral. Right, and I'm being serious. And yeah, that's why maybe Nick joked about Arsenal before. So yeah, I don't really support any team right now except for the team I am at.
You know what, Bob? I would take Sam Allardyce right now. At least he has a tactical understanding of the Premier League and how to get a fucking result.
How
language.
Can you stop supporting Spurs?
Because I'm getting to real coaching, and also because I'm not bothered by Ange or Levy, so I just cut the ties.
Wow. I don't think there's any part of me that could stop supporting my club.
I've had more enjoyment watching White Hawk this year.
Explain that to me again, Vinketic. What was that all about?
Because I'm not bothered by Levy or Ange, and I'm focusing on my badges right now. I am getting to like a mentality that I won't support a team unless I am at that team, kind of thing.
So you don't support Spurs no more?
No.
So you supported Spurs and you've just stopped supporting them?
Yep.
You can't do that. It's not. If you support a club, it's in your blood. You can't just say, "I'm not going to support you no more."
Yes,
it doesn't happen like that.
Me right now. That's me right now.
Let's go to Bob. Bob in the chat. He's an Arsenal supporter, right?
Yeah.
I asked him if he could just stop supporting Arsenal.
But it's different, though.
That supports us.
It's like saying to me as a Brightoner, you've got to go support Palace now. You couldn't ever get me to do that. Not in a million years.
Of course you can't. You can't just stop supporting them, Vinketic. If it's in your blood, it's in your blood. And you're obviously an avid Spurs fan because you've been on here a million times and you've got your thoughts about Spurs. What are you going to do? You're going to. I don't get
I'm gonna have a neutral point on everything, on every team.
Yeah, but you're still inside. You'll still be Spurs. People don't. When you're an adult, you don't just change. Only kids change.
I'm not changing though.
So you support Spurs?
No, I'm not supporting anyone except the team.
Thing with that, Luton. Sorry, when you say the players need to show more, I'm just bringing up Luton's here. It's not so much the players need to show more. Everyone needs to show more at the club. The players play for the club. I mean, the youth players should be coming up because they know what it takes to be a Spurs player. Some of these outside players that we brought in over the last few years are only there for a paycheck. That's just my honest opinion.
I'm still baffled by Vinketic.
I am as well. I'm absolutely dumbfounded.
My head's gone.
How long have you supported Spurs? How long have you supported
like
Spurs?
15 years.
And you're just going to stop supporting them now?
Yeah, I'm going
It doesn't
neutral
work
because
like
of,
that. It doesn't
because
work
of
like
my
that. I'm
coaching
sorry.
badges. I'm going neutral. Because of my coaching, I'm going neutral.
So you're not going to you're not when you watch Spurs now. You're not going to you don't care if they win or not.
No, I haven't even for the last 6
Okay.
months either way. So
All right.
It's
if
like
I'm
your
gonna be
legs, they
honest,
can't
I
give
don't
up
care.
supporting you, mate. You shouldn't give up on supporting Tottenham, but, you know, I've been a Spurs supporter since I could walk. I didn't
Yeah,
have a
look,
choice.
not a chance. Been supporting them since 1968, and I've been supporting Tottenham since the 60s. And I don't get it. You can't support a club for 15 years as an adult and say, well, that's it, I'm not going to support you no more. Because in your blood, in your mind,
But
in your
it's
body, you will
no,
still be
because
looking at results and thinking to yourself, fuck, when we lost, or be thinking, yes,
no,
when we
it's
beat City or
the
Arsenal.
thing
Or
because I'm heading into like professional coaching.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Even
We've got
It
professional
coaches.
matters
We've
coaches
had
though.
still have a
coaches.
team they support.
Yeah, we've had
And
coaches at
supports
Tottenham.
Liverpool.
Look,
I was
look
a
at
Brighton youth candidate, mate, and I supported Tottenham. Like,
I know,
It matters.
one of my mates, his son plays for Chelsea. Diehard West Ham supporter. His kid support.
exactly. I mean, we got
When
players.
he plays for Chelsea, he wears his West Ham socks under his Chelsea socks.
We've got look at Jason Cundy played for Tottenham, avid Chelsea fan, right? We've got we had what's his
Darren
name?
Bent,
Darren Bent.
Arsenal fan.
And
I'm a
a
Tottenham
Spurs-
supporter. I
massive
walk around with a
Arsenal
Peter
fan.
Camp
Schmeichel
supported
top. Hey,
Spurs, but he played for Arsenal.
Yeah.
that's my problem. I was a Tottenham supporter that loved Peter Schmeichel, so I always had a Peter Schmeichel shirt. Shoot me.
I'm
Hey, Daniel,
absolutely.
may
I
I ask
love
if
Alan Shearer, right? He's one of my favourite players
Yes,
of
Shearer.
all time, right? But I would never support Newcastle but I liked Alan Shearer because he was a fantastic player. But
But
I couldn't.
Shearer's club was Newcastle as a boy, so
But I couldn't
he wanted to
support
play for him.
Newcastle. But I liked Alan Shearer. You're allowed to like other players, but you can't. I don't understand how a fan could just say, "I'm not going to support you no more."
Yeah. Someone said, "Are you not being serious?"
I'm being serious.
I'm
The
talking to
only
Jackie
team
from
I
day to day.
support,
We do, yeah. I know he's being serious.
and also Daniel, Spurs, Leipzig and Frankfurt are like bigger clubs than Spurs right now. Just
Do
look
you
at
know
the teams
what,
and look at
Ricketty?
the
I'm going to
table.
say this, and I'm not going to say it to upset you, right? I'm going to say it
Yeah.
because it's the truth. You was never really a proper Spurs fan, in my opinion. If you can just say I don't support them no more, I don't mean that horrible. Deep down, you was never a true fan. If you can just turn off a switch and say I don't support you no more, you can't do that. It's like
It is. I
That's
can
like
though
me
because
That's like me turning around when we sacked Martin Yole at half time at Newcastle, saying I'm done with this fucking club. You know, I stuck by the club. I've seen the club in worse states, but now we're in an even worse state than what we was 15 years ago. It's going to take something
what you've
major to
just
get us
said,
out of this shit.
Ricketty, is
Hang
one
on.
of
Let
the
Jim. Let Rinketic answer because he's
for
going to say something.
example, yeah, for example, when Jose like what was it? Someone asked him about you're a Chelsea man, like why would you care? Why would you go to Spurs? And he was like, I'm Mr. Club. I'm going with the same mentality right now. So I will have no affection with Spurs at all. I will only have like connections with the teams I am at, or I have, or the clubs I've been at.
I don't understand. I genuinely, like, unless I've woken up in a parallel universe, I literally don't understand what's going on.
No, do I?
That's Jay. That's like you saying I'm giving up on oxygen to breathing carbon dioxide, mate. It's...
Rinketic, look. I'm going to say to you, right? It's supporting a club when you're an avid supporter is not. It's not something that you can just. I don't think it's something you can just change. You can go off clubs, right, and you can be pissed off with them, like people are with Tottenham at the minute. But they get angry, right? But they get angry because they love the club so much, and they say things like "fuck Levy," "fuck Ange," and it's because they're passionate about the club. But you can't just switch a switch and say, right, I'm not supporting you no more.
Upset about 6 guys that I do the man versus fat thing with on Friday, the football. 6 of them are Spurs fans as well. And one of them started whistling Spurs are on their way to Wembley. Went, shut up, we're not going anywhere near Wembley. The last time we was at Wembley is when we was playing there when we needed a new stadium. So it was like, oh, shut up, you miserable prick. You're probably one of those that wants Levy out and Ange. I was like, yeah, Just sat up. Yeah, sue me. But yeah, I upset him, but then we ended up smashing his team 9-0. That's when I went down and hit my knee.
Go back.
There could be a compensation claim in this. Try no win, no fee for leaving messing up your head. I've never, ever heard of anything so bizarre in my life.
I haven't either.
There's nothing I could possibly physically or mentally do to make me fall out of love with Tottenham and just stop supporting them.
I've got to ask Mr. Daigle here. Like,
Yeah,
when was the last time?
Hang on. Ringkeg, are you just saying this for a wind up or what?
No, I'm not winding up. I'm doing my badges. I'm going fully into it right
Yeah,
now.
mate, I understand that. But that's got nothing to do with the team that you support. You don't sit there and they go, "Oh, if you're a coach because you support Tottenham Hotspur, we're not going to give you a job." Like, this is the real world, yeah. People don't go, "Oh, who do you support? Where do you live?" and all of this. Come on.
I want to have like a clean slate, like a proper 100% on this team, 100% on this team.
Okay,
That's fine, because Rinketic, that's your job, and you're getting paid to do that job. It doesn't mean that you can't support someone else.
Okay, go back to Brian.
Jimbo, you tell me that you get a job at Arsenal, you're going to sit there and say and then you go from Arsenal, you go to Liverpool, you go from Liverpool, you go to whoever, Liverpool to Everton. You're going to say, and they go, "Who do you support?" And you go, "Oh, I don't support anyone apart from where I work." Do you not think that sounds odd?
Wait, well, I missed the last part.
Look, Brian's hit it on the head here. Look, he doesn't support the business side, but he can't stop supporting the club. He can't. It's in his blood.
Right.
But you can stop supporting Ange, but you will never stop supporting the club. You cannot back Levy, but you can't stop supporting Tottenham, because once you support them for years, 15 fucking years you've supported them, you can't just drop them.
That's most of your life, Jay. Think about it that way. What, you're 21?
Yeah,
you're 21, yeah?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I think we should move on. I
can't move on from this argument.
I don't even think I can move on. My head's gone.
I don't think we can just move on like this, Jimbo. How can you just say we can move on? I don't think I can move on.
I literally.
All right, I've got one for you then. Go put an Arsenal shirt on then.
No.
Why not?
Why?
I don't own one. Two, I like I said, I won't have any connections with a team unless I'm with that team.
So let's say you're a coach of, say, some 7th division self-conference team, say like Woking down here. You're only going to support Woking and not look up the table and see who's doing well.
Yep. I'm just, when I look at other teams, it's gonna be like, it's like B. Andrew said. I want a clean slate. If I'm looking at like the bigger teams, it's gonna be from a neutral standpoint.
You might as well just be a fan of football.
I'm sorry. This isn't football. This ain't football anymore.
Sol Campbell settings.
It ain't football.
What do you mean, Ben?
But I dislike Ange Postecoglou, and everyone knows this by now.
There's my brother from Canada.
It doesn't change the 28 years.
When he does when he does this, you know, shit's
I'll let Dave have it.
Sorry for go on, Ben.
It doesn't change.
Rinketic, what have you done?
What have you said?
What have you done? You might want to rewind time, jump in the DeLorean, and take back what you just said. Because I will tell you now, Matt Doherty, Arsenal fan, played for Spurs. Many other people have done this. I currently hate what Tottenham Hotspur stand for. We're not a football club right now. We are a business. We are a business. There's no footballing things going on right now, but you never, ever, ever say what you say. At the moment, as you say in a relationship, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. That's where I am with Tottenham right now. I love them. Yeah. I'm not in love with them right now. There's nothing to be in love with. I don't look at the New York Times or the Financial Times to check what the mate. I cannot stop. I fight and fight and fight and do what I do, amongst others, because we want the football back. Yeah. Because of the love for the club. I don't do it because of my hatred for the club that I have right now for what it's become. My football club and everyone's football club like someone just said, it's a lifetime contract. It's a life. I've signed up for a life of pain and misery.
Yeah, but Brian, let me ask
Yeah.
Brian, right?
Yeah.
Why do you get so angry over it?
Why do I get so angry
Yeah.
over what?
Wait.
Over things that happen at Tottenham.
The way I can describe, do you know why I described it to someone earlier? You know when you're ill and you need like a transplant and you need to find that match. That's what I feel like with Tottenham right now.
Yeah, but you get angry.
We are
you
looking.
get angry.
I cannot stand the reason I am like I am because I know what success can bring. I know what this club stands for.
Yeah,
It's
but you
culture,
get
it's
angry,
tradition.
right?
Because I
because
get
you
angry
love-
because of my love.
Because you love for the club. So you can't support a club for 15 years and just walk on here one day onto Kate Street and say,
Jackie, what have you done, mate? Like, come
I
on.
don't support them no more.
Yeah.
If you're an avid supporter of this club for 15 years, it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth, right? It's what's inside of you for the club that matters. What comes out of your mouth don't mean shit. It's how you feel. So I can't understand if you're going to watch Tottenham play Arsenal and we beat Arsenal 4-0, that you're not going to be jumping off the walls.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're not going to be like over the moon and screaming and shouting and...
Rinketic, do you know what? As Mark Taylor said, and thanks for Mark, I'm going to put this part in it. I have risked my health for doing what I've done, my mental and physical health. I've risked my marriage. I've put so many things on the line, all whether people believe in what I think the football club should be or not. I do it because it's what I want my football club to be. I want my football club to have standards, aspirations. Once again, like I've said, people would have heard me say it on We Are Tottenham TV. I said it on Sunday. I said, do you know what? This football team have months and months and months to plan for a transfer window. Within a week, we're searching for opportunities. It's amazing how we can announce 50 cents and today the Rolling Stones. A-list people. Why don't the transfer team or the concert team see if Steps want to come back and search for opportunities? Let's see if Gareth Gates and Jedward want to come back. They're the opportunities, like the players. This it's not a business anymore, but it does not matter. I get so annoyed. Yeah, so I wouldn't take your kidney, mate. It's got no loyalty. It will probably reject me.
What his kidney will do, it will tell you it's staying, Brian, and then 2 minutes later, you wake up in the morning and there's a massive cut and it's fucked up.
It'll say, oh, you're a 45-year-old man. I want to be a younger person. That's it. But no, listen, you can't come onto a Spurs channel where you've been in parts of Spurs groups talking about Spurs, and because I've not once said, that's it, I'm not supporting him anymore.
Hang on, I'm going to ask.
I've said I won't step foot in the stadium anymore. I've said I won't give Levy a blind penny. Ben will vouch for it. Nick will vouch for it. I've been in games with him. I won't let anyone buy me a drink in there.
No,
because I will be somehow he'll be getting money off of me from my enjoyment. I won't even grace Daniel Levy with my oxygen in that stadium anymore. But I will never turn my back on Tottenham Hotspur, ever. Rinketti, there's certain things in life you can't do.
It's
and
the
saying
Eric
that,
Cantona quote, isn't it, Aki?
You have just said a cardinal sin.
Here is the quote from Eric Cantona. You can change your wife, you can change your politics, your religion, but you can never ever change your football team.
Well, my dad said to me, girlfriends, boyfriends, partners come and go, jobs come and go, friends come and go, family, everything comes and goes. The one constant a sport fan has for their entire life, whether it be football, rugby, cricket, NFL, NBA, NHL, any sport, regardless, that's it. That is the one constant you have in your life.
I'm going to ask him something serious here and need him to look directly in the camera as I say this. No smirking, no laughing, dude.
Yeah.
Are you deadly serious about?
I'm deadly serious.
All right.
Like I'm deadly serious.
I wish your camera would cut out there because there's a psychological thing that I've been reading about last few months that depending on the angle of the way his head tilts to one side or the other, will
No,
literally let you know what's going on.
Darren, a few close people to me, I've been telling them this for like a week now. And I'm serious.
Well,
And I
it's
talk
very
to you
bizarre.
privately.
Very bizarre.
Right, you're muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rinketti, I will refund you your membership if you want. I can't have that on my show. I'm sorry, I can't cope with it. It's bamboozled me and thrown this whole show off the charts. I can't cope with that statement. How on earth can someone come on here and say I've stopped supporting my team?
Okay, you know
can't
what?
do it.
It's like someone saying I've given up breathing.
Listen, Joe, it is as well. Maybe it's because it is so tribal with us in England. Rinketic isn't from. Listen, football is football. Sport is sport. I know here, and Bobby will vouch for it. If you change it, you don't change your American football team or your. If I'm a by proxy, I'm a Maple Leaf fan. If I turn around to people here in Toronto and go, guess what? But I'm going to support Bobby's team, the Edmonton Oilers, where I've got no affiliation to it. I'll be lynched.
Let's get back to slagging Knicks.
I'd be lynched.
I got laughed at for being a Penguins fan.
I lived in Florida, and
Jim Mo's the Florida man.
and I supported.
He is the Florida man.
I supported the Phoenix Suns because I lived in the Phoenix Suns. I lived in Arizona, Phoenix first. I moved to Florida, but I can't stop the Suns. I still like them now. I chose the Suns, and that's it. I stuck with them, and I couldn't change.
He's the weakest link. Goodbye.
I literally don't. I should have said that, but I literally don't know what to say. I am
with a little wink.
I'm absolutely baffled.
No, the best thing about the weakest link clip that I made is Kate.
Was it you that made it?
I made the clip, yeah.
Oh, people have been asking me if it was your work, and I said no, it wasn't.
It was
no,
me.
not the one with Daniel Lee.
The one with Antonio Conte and everything. That's you, Ben.
No,
not that one. That's not.
I love that one. It's like Daniel.
Is Kate laughs exactly the same way. She still holds off to the side and laughs. She still laughs exactly the same way. Even though she still goes like. And she still has that. I'm in the top 5. I ain't done that bad, have I?
Ben sent it to me, and I was like, "That's not you." And he was like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "No, it's not."
Yes.
And he's like, "Yeah, no, it is." I was
2000,
like,
many moons ago.
Yeah, you can't put it better than this.
We never change alliances ever. I get kids doing it. I really want my kids to switch teams with Spurs in their blood. Yeah, it's in the blood. You can't do it. You can't do it. I literally can't believe what I've heard in this last 10 minutes.
I would have been excommunicated from my family if I started supporting Arsenal. My entire family supports Tottenham. All my cousins support Tottenham. My entire family supports Tottenham.
I've got a couple of people in my family that don't support Tottenham. I've got 2 cousins that support Brighton and another one that supports Liverpool. 99% of us are all Tottenham. So
Paddy said it's a load of bollocks. You can't change team, or you don't walk away from your team while you are at it. Block that. Oh, fair enough. Ryan's right. It is tribal here. Absolutely, wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah.
It's madness. I don't know. I don't think Rinketic has realised what he's done. And the worst thing is for the reason being,
you've got to clip that and put it on your channel. Clip it, put it on your channel. It'll get 1 million views.
It's
everywhere. You'll get 1 million views.
I was sitting here.
This is what it's about, Kate. Get that moolah, love. Get that moolah.
And I was thinking to myself, I think I've heard something wrong. I think my brain's gone a bit fuzzy. I don't
That's
think
what I was like.
It feels like I just woke up from a concussion again.
How's your knee, Corey, by the way? Your knee, you blew your knee out last night. How's your knee?
My knee is throbbing it's like this right now. It's I can feel my knee is that, and it's like this big. So that's what you get for going down for a brave saving man versus fat. Yeah. My knee went one way and my leg went the other. I make
They've
tremendous
always
saves like
said
I was a kid.
goalkeepers are a different breed of human being. Some of the crazy things they do. They always say that. They always say that. To be a goalkeeper, you've got to be nuts.
I was saying
I
around to one
wondered
of
where
my
you were
friends.
going, Corey, when you were saying about going down on your knees. I thought it's not this type of show.
The thing is, I was saying to one of my friends, I feel like you need to have ADHD to be a goalkeeper because you're always a bit fucking switched on to what everyone else is doing and not what you're doing in your net.
Do you know what, Mario? That was the ultimate heads gone. Because I'm still baffled to this moment. I am. It just threw the show completely. Big up Lee, the Dorset
He's a top
Spurs.
man, Lee. Top man,
Yeah,
Lee.
we love Lee. As much as Spurs kill my soul, I would still not have my son or grandson support anyone else.
Lee,
Not a
come on
chance.
if you want. Come on.
It's like what I said, being a Brighton boy, I'm going to support Spurs because that's what I was brought up to be. I went through the Brighton youth team. It's like me saying, you're a Brighton youth lad, go support Palace.
I
I hate Palace more. This is going to sound controversial. I hate Palace more than Arsenal, all because of my injury from when I was a kid.
Yeah. He was so blasé as well. Yeah.
Well, look, let's be honest. Let's be honest, right? If you supported Spurs for 15 years and you can just drop them like that, it's to me, he can't be a proper fan because it can't be in his blood. It must just be a pastime for him. You know, like you have a pastime of tennis, then one day you stop playing and you go on to football. Or
now he's got the badminton.
Yeah.
On the badminton.
Table tennis.
I've just got to ask this question.
You know, okay, I think I'm just going to go and throw myself down the stairs. That's how much I'm confused about it, right? I don't need to be pushed down the stairs. I think I'm just going to throw myself down the stairs.
Look, let's be. Look, Red Ketik's a decent guy. I don't dislike him at all. He's a nice fella.
Jay's a nice bloke. I talk to him.
That was very. I don't know if you're still watching it, Ketik, but that was absolutely like the Twilight Zone for me.
It's like someone just dropped a grenade in the middle of my show and no one knew what to do about it.
I think we get to call this April Fool's Day. I think that's what we woke up thinking it's April 1st.
Apart from Ben here, because I'm 40 this year, because I think I'm older than Ben, but the older hats in the room that have supported Tottenham way longer than us have seen worse at times as a Spurs fan.
I have.
Right. I've seen Spurs nearly relegated in, was it 2003? When we had that really piss poor, fucked up season before Harry came in.
We lost the first 7 games.
Harry didn't come in 2003. 2003 is when we had Jacques Santini.
That's it.
Isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. But I can remember that
Harry
season being one of the worst.
Didn't come in until 2008.
Yeah, he was late.
I got my managers mixed up then. It's just the fact that I've seen Tottenham relegated nearly once in my lifetime. You guys have seen them relegated, come back up, and nearly relegated twice since then. You know, it's in your blood. It's who you are. I can't turn around and in my family say, "Oh, no support," because I'll be excommunicated from the family.
If we got Man City, Corey, if we got Man City and we got relegated to the bottom of the football pyramid, I would be at Dog and Duck FC away supporting Tottenham. I can't support another football game. Me and Brian did it at the start of the season. We did the Wheel of Corruption stream, and we said we're going to support Juventus as our second team for the year. Big up Juve, still undefeated in the league, by the way. Brian and I undefeated in the league.
I have a special connection to Borussia Dortmund from. I've always been a slight Borussia fan anyway, but this is going back years ago. So like the students come over, the EF students, and they come over. We had a kid stay with us for about 4 months, and his older brother actually plays in the German Bundesliga. And at the time, I was playing Football Manager 2018. His brother was in the youth team. I was like, hang on, is your brother Luca Killian? He's like, yeah, how do you know? I was like, come upstairs. Is that your brother? Showed him on the screen. He's like, my brother's in a game? Like,
Ben,
yeah.
Ben, I'm going to start with you with this question. Paddy says, what can the fans do to force change? They won't protest because of a few idiots being involved. So what route can be taken?
There are many avenues you can take. One, you could join the supporters trust, and we could, if we get enough people that want to force Levy out on the agenda, they will force it. Of course, our friend Martin, big up Martin. We do love Martin from the supporters trust. What a lovely guy that guy is. X. He used to be the supporters club chairman, but he subsequently left. that he has said personally the reason they don't talk about Levy out at the supporters club meetings is it's not on the agenda. It's not on the agenda because there are not enough fans in the supporters trust that are talking about Levy out. If a load of people that are Levy out join the motion and join the thing, which does cost nothing, you can become a supporters trust member for absolutely £0 and 0 pence. That's one way. Unfortunately, guys, as much as I am at every single Levy, the only people that have been more than me are, of course, Brian, Ryan, Mr. Graham, all the people in the original protest group that have been there since day dot in 2001. I don't think it's possible now. I think it's possibly too late. We can make our voices heard.
Too embedded in the club now.
We can do our protests. We can do it. But unfortunately, this club is now worth £5 billion. And Levy doesn't want £5 billion for it because he's taken 24 years to build a money printer. The only person that's going to buy Tottenham Hotspur Football Club is going to have a minimum 10 billion to spend. And then they've got to start buying players. No one is going to be able to afford Tottenham Hotspur Football Club now.
I heard Elon Musk a lot of time.
It's too much of a global entity. We've seen it. They're increasing the revenue. They're building the hotel next year. They've got planning permission on all the bits of land. They've got too much power. So the only thing we can do is we can do little bits. We can force change here. And the majority of people at protests are lovely people. The other day we had a protest outside. I can't remember what game it was now. We lost. All I know about that. Liverpool. Sean Butler was there. He was outside the protest. No one insulted him at all. So I think it's a bit of it's a misnomer. Everyone at the protest is a lovely person. They are all, yes, you can say in every protest movement, there are some really awful people. That happens in every group. Not everyone's going to be 100% clean. So come down to a protest, speak to the people there, speak to Ryan, speak to Graham, speak to myself, speak to Phil P, who's there. Boots on the ground every week, the general of the Phil Army. We're all there. We're lovely people. Yes, we might be rough around the edges. Yes, we might not be the most educated of sorts in my case.
I've got to say something on this.
No, wait, Corey, I just need to go on a little monologue, then I actually need to go to work in response to Paddy's question. First of all, what I will say, I was going through my photos, and 3 years ago today, would have been day 7 of day 16 of 16 days in a row where myself, Ryan, Graham and Nick was at the first one. Stood outside a training ground from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. And to start off with, it was the three of us. And I will say Nick was with us for the majority of the first day. So Nick turned up, took the day off work, drove from where he lives. He's not local like we were, gave up his time. And we were widely ridiculed. Widely, the abuse we got. And you know what? Yeah, there was only a few people, but we stood up for what we believed in. It grew and it grew and it grew. We're here 3 years later and nothing's changed. In fact, it's got worse on the footballing side. In fact, it's got worse. When we started doing the training ground protests, people said, yeah, you've got to move them to match days. So after that January window closed, for the rest of that season and the whole of the next season, we were there every single home game, every single one of them. Doing what the people asked. The people didn't come because whether they didn't feel safe with the numbers, because obviously we were widely ridiculed and widely abused. It's fair, well, whatever. But we stuck to our guns. We kept going. Now, obviously, we are where we are. And I look at it, and I'll get on to Paddy's question at the end of this bit, but I've been looking because there's an upcoming one on Sunday against Leicester. There is another planned one. The reason a lot of stuff isn't being leaked out is because every time that we try and do something, the club are fully aware of what the plans are. So there's measures taken to kibosh it or get extra people in locations, whatever. So everything is going under the radar. But I'll go back to the Liverpool game. Compared to the 3, 4, 5 hours we were protesting, setting up the banners, doing this, doing that, Jay and Change for Spurs said 1 hour, just 1 hour. come for 20 minutes, come for half an hour, come for 10 minutes, come for the whole hour. But I look at the reasons why people didn't come. And I look at it and I think, do you know what? It was a Sunday before Christmas. So people are probably having a jolly up. It's the holiday time. We're just beating Southampton 5-0 and we're just beating Man U to qualify for a semi-final. So there's 2 good results and obviously Christmas. Well, since that last protest, we haven't won a Premier League game. We were taken to extra time by Tamworth. All right, we got through, but the performance was embarrassing. Injuries galore. And we've fallen to 15th in the Premier League. And we are day 22 of a window. And the owners that keep saying we're going to back our manager, he's the guy. You're talking a good game. You're not walking the walk. So for this one, there should, if people that talk the talk and are go, should be thousands that want to be at that protest for 1 hour. And I know some people don't get on with some people and what. It goes beyond this now. I understand people may not want to see certain people, whoever they may be. But if there are going to be a big turnout, I've got a really novel idea. Don't stand anywhere near them. Don't talk to them. Yeah. Just stay in the... It doesn't need to be this. We all want what's best for the club. And if you do believe that, that is greater than not standing next to someone. The greater good is you want change, let's get it. But where Paddy's question, Paddy, I might actually reach out to you because I'm not going to say much. Let's just say there's a trifecta of things being planned as we speak that no one knows about. And it's a 3-pronged attack from 3 different areas. And you may be key, not for you to be a part of and put your face on, because of obviously, but for information, for guidance, for advice, because it's trifecta or the 3-pronged attack, whatever you want to call it.
I'm glad you said it again, Brian, because I was impressed. Like I like
the trifecta or the 3-pronged. The trifecta, yeah, because
Brian's got a thesaurus.
No, listen. Well, you got to remember.
Brian's spoken to Rez.
Yeah, I did see Rez on Sunday. I saw.
There you go. Then you see. That's
you know what it was. I spent a minute, but no. What it is I realised when I first came back to England for the NFL protests, and we did the and Change for Spurs first released. I went on all the channels and read their manifesto. Is that the right word, Nick?
That's right.
And I'm about to go to work. I'm hitting a rhythm just before I start work. What a good thing. I read that all out and I realised if I'm gonna not spearhead, but be a figure where I show my face and people know it's me and whatever, I can't be shouting and screaming and effing this and effing that. It needs to be in a way that can resonate with people. Resonate. There you go. Look at me go, Nick. It needs to be able to hit the right chord and people go, yeah, do you know what? He's raised some points. He's raised some really good. So there are a trifecta. I'll say it again because Nick just loves me saying that. Of new things being planned that are going to come from 3 different ways of attack. Because like I said, whilst there is blood pumping through my veins, oxygen entering my lungs, and my heart is beating, I will never, ever stop fighting to get this owner out. I don't care if it takes just me. If I have to walk, if someone tells me walk 1,000 miles, he's gone, I'll walk 2,000. That is not 2 miles. 2,000. If
yeah, that would be a bit of a cop out.
Well, I know that will be walking the walk, talking the talk, and not walking the walk. Literally, I won't stop at anything. And things may have been done. People may say the wrong way or the right way before, but it all comes from the place that they want this football club to be great again, or to want to be great again, to challenge for honours, to get to finals, to sign the players, to pay the wages, and it's coming. There's going to be a new wave of attack. I'm gonna have to brush up on my army and battlefield words for you, Nick.
Ryan, the only thing that can make this better if you got a 5-syllable word in. If you could get a 5-syllable word in, mate,
like countdown if you get a 9-letter word.
Yeah. If you
What
get
if I
5
do this
syllables,
for you
mate,
then, Nick?
that's it.
Nick, what if I say to you, I'm even going to beat that 5 syllables? You say, how about all Spurs fans want Tottenham once again to be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it. There you go. I think I don't know how many syllables in that. Oh, mate. There you go. 14. Mate, there you go. But on that note, I'm going to let it go. But Paddy, I may reach out to you, buddy. Let me know if you can speak on things. I wouldn't put you in any position that you can't be in. I wouldn't ask you to do anything.
We might get Bobby to do that for you, though.
Paddy could be Paddy on one of these prongs could be a very, very, very useful resource. So I will let you guys get on the show. Kate and Jim, it's great to be on the screen with you again. Nick, we'll catch up very, very soon. Ben, I love you dearly. Corey, see you later. And as always, Levy out.
Yeah, you're on mute again, Kate. Yeah, you're on mute again. Yeah, well done. Well, for fuck's sake! For fuck's sake!
So I didn't even get to say goodbye to Brian. So thanks for everyone.
Kate's brain is still the word is the word is befuzzled. Is the word that's the word befuzzled.
You was going to say something about this question as well.
Who was?
Ben, wasn't he?
Oh,
I said a bit. The thing is, do what's ever best for you, Pat. That is the real question. Do what is right by you, because at the end of the day, we can only do what our morals say that our morals are. I will try and be at every protest. What's it called? I have not been as evangelical about getting drinks in the stadium recently, because at the end of the day, if I'm miserable watching my football team, I want a beer. And if the only place I can get a beer is the stadium, so be it. I still don't want to spend that much money in the stadium. I won't buy a kit. I bought a kit off one of those awesome sites that I will not promote because
Ben, if you buy a season ticket, you might as well buy a beer.
It's not the same because my family have had those season tickets since the 1970s. If my family gets rid of those 4 season tickets, we will never sit with each other again. And
yeah, Ben, I'm not saying don't have the tickets.
Love of Tottenham,
I'm not saying don't have the tickets. What I'm saying is, right, buying a beer won't make a fucking difference, honestly. No, if you're going to go to the football, enjoy it. You go to enjoy it. You say have a fucking beer.
My love of Tottenham is tradition and family. My family have gone to Tottenham since they arrived in the UK. My family loves Tottenham, and I'm not going to let one chairman of the football club separate my family from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. And this is what I was basically saying earlier. As much as this team drives me up the wall, I love this football. The reason I am so miserable about this football club is I do genuinely adore this football club. I love this fan base we've put together recently on YouTube, where we all meet each other at the games and we have a laugh and we have a chat, we have a coffee sometimes. I don't want to lose that. I'm not going to let this idiot. I'm going to let this. I'm not going to let this owner
Ben, listen to
my
me.
love of this football club.
I'm not.
Yes,
Ben.
I can be negative sometimes. Yes, people say I am the most pessimistic. I probably am the most pessimistic fan on YouTube, but I don't deny that.
Ben, listen, I'm not having a pop at you, right, for buying a season ticket. I'm not, right? It's your prerogative, right? But what I'm saying to you is, if you're going to go to a game and you want to have a beer and enjoy it, you're paying a lot of money to go and watch the team.
See, that's where it goes back to my morals. I would prefer to support one of the pubs in the local area. I would prefer to go to the Chit King, because my head as a small business says I've got to support these businesses. Yes, I can still buy Coca-Cola, which is that was really bad. I can still buy Coca-Cola, which is a multi-billion pound organization, but I can still support my local business as well. You can do both. I can only do what's right by me. I've always gone with my family. I will continue to go with my family, and hopefully, if I ever have my own children, because I will take them to Tottenham as well, because it's one of the loves of my life. I want to take my 2 nephews to Tottenham. Not that my brother will probably allow them to go to Tottenham, because they make him even more miserable than it makes me. He's trying to get them to support Ajax, for God's sake. But yeah, as long as there is blood in my veins, I will support Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and that is it. I'm not going to be driven from it by this owner, and I'm not going to be driven from it by this fraud of a manager. At the end of the day, managers, players, owners come and go. We stay. We're here. That is why they are custodians. They are custodians. And
I was going to go back on the thing where.
Hang on, Colby. 1 second. Let me just say a massive thank you for Moondog, who said he's been a supporter for 56 years. Me and Jim have seen relegation and also the cups. And he also said, shame the players don't have the same fight as Brian. And I completely agree. But go on, Colby. Sorry.
Thank you, Moondog.
Oh, I was on the phone. That was an important call. But I was going to go back to one of the points
from Simon Hill saying the Levy out process the jokers. I had my season ticket before Levy was the chairman. If I give up my season ticket because of Daniel Levy, that makes me more obsessed about him than it does about me being obsessed about Tottenham.
I was going to say about ways of boycotting the club. You could stop buying merch. Stop going to matches in full-ons, like home and away, traveling all across Europe. You could stop buying the merch from the shops, hurt him in his pocket. I know it's not a massive dent that you could do if it's just one person, but if a couple of more people start doing it and a few more people started doing it by boycotting merch, it'll soon affect their sales, and they'll be wondering why. I haven't bought a piece of merch since the day Martin Jol was sacked. So that's just my level of commitment. I hate the bloke. I love my team. At the end of the day, I don't like the ownership. I love my team.
Not the regime, in the words of my mate Ryan Isaac. Support the team, not the regime. You can only do what's right by UK, and that is just the way it is. We can only do what's right by ourselves and what our family morals have taught us.
Paige, what I would say to you is Eric Ten Hag looks like he's going Dortmund. He's strongly linked with the Dortmund job. So
you know what, Kate? I saw this question. Eric Ten Hag built one of the best young teams I have ever seen come at Tottenham in that Ajax team. Ajax team he managed played some phenomenal. That Spurs team. Yes, we were in a slump of form. That Ajax team that came to White Hart Lane that beat us, it played us off the park. Eric Ten Hag is not a bad football manager. I think he's not. How many players have gone? Maguire. Look how good Maguire was before he went to Man United. And now recently, Maguire has been bloody good playing in this system he's playing at the moment. Yes, they're still 14th. Still above us, to be honest. Still above us.
He's bought merch, but on the dodgy sites.
We will have to see. I think Eric Ten Hag will do a very decent job at Borussia Dortmund.
Me too.
Just like he did at Ajax.
You don't become a bad manager overnight. It's the circumstances at that club, i.e., is it the board, is it the players, is it the coaching staff? The guy isn't a bad manager. He was just got done by a bunch of money grabbers in the Glazers. You know, the Glazers are just as bad.
You can't complain. I would swap Man United's last 4 years for our last 4 years. They've won multiple trophies.
Right. Yeah, they've won what? 2 FA Cups in 6 years as well. Mm-hmm. They've won 2 FA Cups and a League Cup in 6 years.
Yeah. If they had given him more players that suit his style and he wasn't stuck with the rigidity of Manchester United, maybe he could have done better. You don't know. Well,
it's like the Glazers have just been like Levy, haven't they? We're here to make money. We don't care about the football. Their stadium has been falling apart for years, man. Their stadium.
I would say the Glazers are a different style of wrong because you've got 2 styles of ownership. Levy wants to make the club self-sustainable. What the Glazers do is they take dividends. So one thing you can say about Daniel Levy is he's never taken a penny out of the football club as a dividend. All the money he earns from the football club are wages. Yes, he's the highest paid chairman. Yes, he gave himself a stupid bonus for when the stadium was completed, the training ground, yada, yada. He's never taken that. Manchester United Football Club are over $1 billion in debt. $1 billion. They're over $1 billion in debt because the Glazers every single season taking out dividends here, dividends there, dividends here. But they've not put that money which they've earned back into Old Trafford, which is why Old Trafford looks like a water fountain at the moment.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to Old Trafford at the moment, you see rats running all over the place. The place is rat infested. They have taken... So it's 2 different styles. Both forms of ownership are wrong because at the end of the day, you should want to have a sustainable football team, but also
You want to be able to compete.
money into the infrastructure. Both forms. So what you need is you'll like this. Tony Bloom of Brighton, best football club owner on the planet, does everything. He is a genius.
He came into Brighton. I mean, I'm as a Brightonian. He came into us when we were down. Brighton were down on their knees.
Yep.
Brighton were minutes away from relegation. They stayed up, and that's when Tony Bloom come in.
Him and Paul Barber.
Oh, I forgot about Paul Barber. That guy.
Both Tony Bloom and Paul Barber were executives at Tottenham at one point. Both of them have been there, seen it, done it. Yeah. They've gone to Brighton and they've revolutionised the way they play football. They've built an amazing stadium for Brighton in the Amex.
It's all right.
Hang on a sec, because we're going short on time. Kate, you got some things you want to go through, yeah? Because we've gone off track a bit.
What?
We've gone off track a bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the Pedro Porro's come out and said that the gaffer and the team are together, and that is important. We're in a bad situation now. For me, that we have no excuses for this situation. This is football. One day you lose, one day you win. We have to crack on. So he's suggesting that all the players are still behind Ange. But I was going to end. Sorry?
Play like it then.
Yeah, exactly.
Play like it then.
Before I wanted to shut the show up, I wanted to get Jimbo, Nick, Ben, and Corey's predictions for the Hoffenheim match on tomorrow, Thursday. Jimbo, how do you see
Can I
this
put this up
tomorrow?
first? I want to put this up first.
Please no.
Oh, leave Jay alone. He's a nice lad.
We like Rinketti. He just threw an absolute grenade in the middle of the show and no one really knew what to say. So absolutely bonkers. But Jimbo, Hoffenheim tomorrow, 5:45 kickoff, I believe. How do you see it going?
Are we at home?
No, we're away.
3-1 Spurs.
3-1 Spurs.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Why not? They're not doing fantastic. 15th, I think, in their league.
You've said it now, Jimbo.
I won't change it. I was going to go. If we was at home, I was going to go 4-0. It's only because we're away that I'm allowing them a goal.
You said it now.
Benny is back with Brewing Bollocks 3:30 as well, I think. Joey Barton's prediction is pain. Benny, how do you see that game going tomorrow?
We have a terrible record away from home, and we've got a terrible record in Europe, especially away from home. I think we've only beaten one team away from home in Europe, and that was Ferencváros, who could have actually got a result in that game. We've got a manager who took Celtic to their worst ever European campaign in Celtic's history. I don't see us getting a win. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. Hoffenheim did win the last game. They won their last game. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I don't see us winning. I don't see us winning any game at the moment. I just think this team is on his arse, and I think it's done. I think it's done.
Corey, what about yourself?
Thing is, we can't use our new shiny toy goalkeeper, so we'll have to use Ben Foster tomorrow. No, not Ben Foster, Forster.
Fraser Forster.
That's it. Oh, God, I get them two mixed up every time. I get them mixed up every time.
We can't use Jed Spence, and we can't use Serge Reguilon either.
So we've got no wing backs.
No.
Midfielder playing in central defence. Archie Gray, we should be playing defensive midfield.
He'll play left back tomorrow.
A defender that can't play in a high line because, one, he doesn't have the recovery for it, nor does he have the skill to play. Midfield on its arse. Striker that can't score. Another striker that's injured. And Son that can't be a captain. So, battle of the 15th. 1-0 loss.
Wow.
We're going to lose 1-0. I can't see any hope for us here. We've lost pretty much 12 in a row at this rate.
Yeah.
And as much as I love my club, I just can't see it changing at the moment under Ange. I've become so distant from wanting to watch Tottenham at the moment. It really hurts to say that. I love my club, but I just can't watch it under Ange.
Yeah, I agree, Tweak. I think Brad.
Yeah, I agree as well.
I think it'll be a 1-1 draw. I think Bob Everett said it as well. I can't back us to win against anyone at the minute. I think we may be able to get a draw. There's a bit of hopium in there because I'm a big
Guy,
fan of
here we are, mate.
The only thing we can say, Kate, we always score 2 goals. We always score 2 goals, but we always concede 3.
Yeah.
So,
I would ask big time Nick, but he's on a work call by the looks of it.
It looks like our saviour Dane Scarlett's come back to be the striker that we.
He can't play. Actually, no, he's club trained. He can go straight into the team. So Dane Scarlett will be playing.
Haven't we brought him back to loan him out again?
I believe so, but he can play tomorrow because he's. Actually, no, you can't play for more. Actually, no, that's European football. It doesn't matter.
That's European football.
He can play tomorrow because he's club trained. That's the only reason he can play, because we do have a lack of homegrown and club trained players. That's why we've got 4 goalkeepers on the bench that are all club trained goalkeepers.
Yeah,
that's why I'm wondering if Alfie Devine should be called back, because he's club trained pretty much, and he's under the age of 21, so he can slot straight in. The European rule is if the player is under 21 and trained in country, they can just slot straight into a team. Doesn't matter if they're club trained at club or not.
I'm with this guy here driving my Hyundai. I don't think Dane Pascal will be playing.
Why not? Why can't he play?
No, I didn't say he can't play. I don't think he'll put him in.
That's the only thing, though, Jimbo, isn't it? He doesn't play youth players unless he has to.
Yeah, I don't think he'll put him in.
Archie Gray will be left back. Ben Davis will be centre back with Dragoshin. Porro. Midfield will be Benson Kerr, Bergvall, and it'll be Madison. It'll be Kulusevski, Sonny, and Richarlison up front. That'll be the team. That's all he's got left.
I got a pop up this morning saying that he's not starting Sonny.
I don't think the guy should be starting much most of the matches anyway. He has not been the Sonny of old for nearly 3 years.
This guy's right. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, Lancashire will play, but hasn't been given the chance to really show.
Lancashire hasn't been given a chance either.
No.
Yeah, but I think he'll play tomorrow.
I don't think so. I don't
like
see
Dorrington. We've got Dorrington in the youth ranks. He's on
loan. He's on loan at Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah.
He's on loan at Aberdeen.
Yeah, he had a pop up this morning.
Big up to you, Bob. Good to see you. Listen, massive thank you to Rinketic, who did become a new member, but will probably want a refund. Vindaloo, super chat. Moondog with 3 super chats today. God bless you. Vindaloo with another super chat. Leo became a new member. A user gave us a super chat. Spurs GC TV, member for 11 months. Benny, when can we find you next?
3:30 for the Brewing Bollocks podcast with myself, hopefully Bobby, hopefully Kuva, and hopefully Nick. Because Bobby and Coos are under the weather, unfortunately, so hopefully they can join. I still haven't prepared the show, so I'm going to have to now run and prepare the show.
Come on, when do you ever prepare Brewing Bollocks? Come on, don't blag it. We all know it's just off the cuff.
It's always off the cuff, but that's how I prepare. That's what I do. That is what I do. I just need to make some Muppets.
Daniel Levy.
Corey, when are you doing any streaming or anything?
I'm not streamed for a while. Come on, because as everybody knows in the group chats, I've had some major things to deal with. Brian, Coover, and Ben have literally been a mainstay of my support. Same as Renketic, I talk to him on a daily basis. I never knew he was going to come out with something like that.
Please tell him when you speak to him that we like him, but if he says random things like that he's going to get kicked off he's just going to have to go on to the naughty step for an hour. It's just
like what my late granddad used to say. There was no common sense amongst commoners, and he's not using common sense. So it's just I sit here. I mean, I love talking football. If anyone wants me on, I'm only a message away in the Tottenham on Tour group. So yeah, if anybody wants to talk football, I'm always talking football. I'm massive into other sports as well. So I'm into my wrestling. I'm into boxing, even though boxing isn't boxing anymore. But yeah, I mean, I'm a massive sports nut, and I watch leagues all around the world. So I'm pretty clued into the obscure players that people don't know about.
Well, listen, I'm going to start doing these member shows again regularly. You're always welcome on here. Jimbo, I'm guessing you and I will be back for the pre-match pump-up tomorrow. We are Tottenham TV. That'll be our next one. And then Friday will be Nick and Chang for the Premier League predictions for the weekend. That's right, isn't it? I haven't forgot anything. Jim?
No, I don't think so. No, I'm listening. I was just
excellent.
thinking. No, I don't think so. I'm still dumbfounded by Rinketic. Honestly, I've just
dear.
6.
Don't worry, I'll have a proper heart-to-heart with Jay in a minute. I'll ask him what that silly comment was about, and if it was just to really stir some controversy. But like I wanted to see, like without the background thing in the background for him to turn it off, there's a psychological study that, depending on the side of the brain that you think of, it says if you're using the truth or not.
Big up James Flower. Big up to you.
Flower power.
Listen, thank you to everyone watching. We've had loads of viewing today for the super chats, for the likes, for the chat, for everything. We may be back tomorrow. If there's anything interesting to talk about, we may be back. If not, we will be back tomorrow night on We Are Tottenham TV.
Watch out, if Ange gets sacked, we'll be doing one straight away.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Do not miss Benji over at the coffee company at 3:30 for Brewing Bollocks. Always good fun. If you're fed up of talking about football, it's always good to go over to there. And make sure you subscribe to Benny as well. He's on the march. He's getting closer and closer to 1,000.
Yeah, I'm on the march. I'm banging the drum. 1,000 subs.
Makes me wonder if Levy's office is like Mr. Burns, just a little bit to the left, and he presses the button to see the manager just fall down the chute.
Exactly that. But as always, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day and come on, you Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Nikki has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.